Hey guys, so I have two Michael Kors bags, but only one of them is real, and I'm going to show you how you can identify if yours are legit or not. So the two bags I have one that was brought from Vinted and one they actually brought from the Michael Kors shop. Now looking at the one from Vinted, it does look genuine. You look at it, you see the stitching, it looks like it should be real, and you think, I've got an amazing bargain here. However, it's not always a great bargain, especially if you paid through the nose for something that isn't actually real. So I'm going to show you both bags and then I'll let you guys decide which you think is real, and then I'll reveal them. So the first one we have is this green Michael Kors bag. It has the colour matching stitching, it has the embossed tags, the studs at the bottom also have the embossing on, and it comes with an embossed strap as well. The inside has the little leather tag and also has the Michael Kors printing there. That's bag one. Bag two also has the Michael Kors printing here. Its tags do not have the Michael Kors label on, but these bits here, which are the buckles, do. Inside it has the Michael Kors tag on there as well, the little leather tag, as well as having the Michael Kors printing. So which out of these two do you think is legit? The answer is this one. And the reason I know it is because I actually went into the store and actually brought it. Now this bag I got in the sale and it cost me £90, reduced from 200 odd something. But this I went and brought within the shop and it was such an amazing experience. I've never brought a bag like this from a designer shop before. It was very swish, it was very fun. And this bag came with all the wrapping and everything in it, as well as obviously in the bag, so I know that this is 100% legit. This one I brought on Vinted and I actually thought this was real when I brought it. I think I was assured it was real as well. And I paid, I think, £15–20 for this bag. The person said they just didn't want it anymore. They were just trying to get rid of it. They loved the colour, but no one needed it. Moving house, quick sale. Now, when you see a bag and you think, oh, looks legit, you've been told it is, I'm going to buy it, they only want £20 for it, you snap it up. But there are a few things that Michael Kors do so you can actually identify if it is legit or not. So what we're going to do is, as I go through this, obviously as you guys know I bought this in the shop, I'm going to do this from the standpoint as if I didn't know it was legit, so I didn't buy this in the shop, let's say I bought it online. I'll go through what shows that this is a genuine bag, and I'll show you what that bag doesn't have, which makes me believe that that one is not real. There is a black tag that has a serial number on it. That helps to identify that this is a legit bag. I can actually go online, I can type this in and it'll bring up this bag in its different variations as well, so it could be coming up in different colours or different types of this bag as well. So that is the main thing. A lot of designer companies do actually put serial numbers inside their bags so that you can search, you can check that they are legit as well. I know that Hermes does things as well with a certain sort of printing that they do inside that the dupes just don't have. So that is the biggest one, the easiest one to identify that it is a legit bag. This one does not have it in. I did look to see if maybe it had been cut out, but there was no sign that it could have been cut out at any point. So that's what leads me to think that this is actually not a legit bag. The second thing that they recommend that you look for is the stitching. So the stitching on the bag should be high quality. They say it should be the same colour. So if I just show you here, this red stitching actually matches the red leather inside as well. So I know that that is good quality stitching. And as well, the zip matches and it doesn't look like it's fraying. It doesn't look like it's going to fray. It looks in really good condition. It's very smart, it's very uniform. The stitching on this bag is also same colour, which I mentioned at the beginning. It looks pretty good, it looks quite uniform as well. And there isn't actually any fraying. So this passes like the stitching quality check, I guess. because it does look very similar to the stitching on the legit one that we've got. The next thing that they recommend you do is you check the zips themselves. So as I say, these ones don't have any branding on, but they do have stitching, and they say that you should double check that the stitching is straight and it looks uniform. If the stitches look like they're overlapping or they seem inconsistent, then step away. That bag is not genuine. These bags should have a really nice, smooth, seamless seam, and the sewing should be absolutely flawless on these. Now again, the stitching on this one is actually really good. It's not overlapping and it is straight. So again, this is something else that made me think that this could be genuine. Apparently these bags are usually hand stitched or stitched in such a way that it makes it really easy for counterfeits to stand out. This one, however, is really tripping me up. It does have even stitching, nothing is overlapping, it's the same style of stitching as on the other one, so I can appreciate why I got a bit confused with this. The next thing they say is the sniff test. So you can touch and feel the bag to see if it's authentic. You can smell it as well, and if it's a leather bag, you'll obviously smell the leather. If it looks like it should be leather and it's marked as leather but it smells like plastic, then it is more than likely going to be fake. Now this bag doesn't actually have a smell. I'm not sure what its materials are, but it doesn't have a smell to it, so you know, it doesn't have a plasticky finish, so I know that this is a genuine texture, genuine material, but it doesn't have a smell, so I can't say yes, this smells like leather. This one smells exactly the same. So again, there's no smell to this, there's no way I can identify this, and again, it doesn't really feel plasticky, it doesn't feel like it's a poor material either. Going back to the stitching, they say to make sure that the stitching around the handles is straight. Make sure it's securely sewn on as well. It should be straight stitching, vertical stitching, as opposed to horizontal, which we can see that one has got. Another thing that it says on this website is look for a short horizontal line of 4 stitches below the buckle, and we have that here. And again, these are straight, they are colour matching, they look good, they look genuine as well. So if this is a counterfeit, then this is a really convincing one so far. Another thing they say to check is the lining. So just put your hand in the lining and stroke it. It should be smooth, it should feel silky. If it's scratchy, if it is not feeling quite that nice, and it probably is fake. Now the material in this one very much feels that silky smooth, and this is one of the older linings in here because it does have the Sir Michael Kors logo, the MK inside, and it's all stitched in the same colour. This bag, however, has a different lining. This has a newer lining where it just says the words like that, but it is the same colour, it's the same style as this one's been done in the way that it's all in one colour, and that's another thing to look for. Now the last couple of bits that it mentions is about the metal work. So you need to make sure to see if the logo is polished or not. So we don't have a dangling Michael Kors logo like some of the bags do have on either of these, unfortunately, but it does say here that if the metal edges are puffy, then there's a good chance that the bag's actually fake. It should be smooth, it should look design, it should look luxury. If also it's chipped or damaged in some way, then that is more than likely going to be a fake. Another thing you can do is weigh the decorations. So if you do have a genuine bag with you and you're looking at a fake one, then you can weigh them and you'll definitely feel a difference in them. Now this isn't a Michael Kors bag, but just an example of the bit I mean. On this Versace, this is the metal logo, and this one I got from secret sale, so I do know it's genuine. But yeah, if you'd be able to weigh this. And now this feels quite heavy, so I know that this is a good piece of metal. Another thing that they say to look at is the letters as well. So on this zip we've got Michael Kors engraved, and it says make sure that they are even in size, the font is the same, and they're in line. And again, this bag has that. So this bag has everything in that article except the identifying number. So I'm going to do a bit of research and see if some of the Michael Kors bags don't have it. I'll be back in a minute.
A few moments later.
Having had a look, there is some indication online that some of the Michael Kors bags, the original ones, did not actually have a serial number in them. But I cannot find anywhere an example of one of these bags, so I'm not sure how genuine that information is. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I don't think this one is real. I think I brought this on Vinted before the authentication bit was really a massive thing. So that may be where I kind of fell through the trap a little bit. But always, if you are looking at buying a designer bag online, especially when these cost, some of them are going for hundreds of pounds, do ask to see a letter of proof that this actually is a genuine product. By that, someone basically can take a picture and send it to you with their name and the date that you're asking for, to prove that they can provide that picture. But also ask them for pictures of that serial number inside if they haven't actually provided it. And that is one way that you'll be able to identify if what you're about to buy is real. Now I am a little bit disappointed, but these are the things that you learn. Has it made me want to not use it? A little bit. I don't really want to be that person. But yes, I maybe won't be using this one as much as this one and the other one that I have on the way. Don't tell my husband. But these are the ways, guys, that you can identify, especially if your Michael Kors bags are legit. And I hope that has maybe helped someone out there who's looking at buying designer online. There are ways you can identify, and as I say, it typically is those serial numbers. If you're looking at selling designer online, do check out the video I did around selling on Vinted and eBay. I do talk a bit about how you can sell designer and the authenticity options you can actually give your buyers as well. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll catch you in the next one.